I'm ready.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes. Let's start so Chris
We've
can
already
actually
started.
play.
We've already started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Uh,
Father's Day, May.
They dressed one of my jimmies here on purpose, I think.
Welcome to 4 of us dressed up for Halloween. One of us didn't have a costume. The other one's been up since 10 o'clock and didn't bother to dress up. I don't think.
Or show up.
David, did you dress up?
No.
Can you?
That's right. Dave is going pantless, baby.
Anyway, we are down 2 people today. Personal business on their end. Chris
Dashboard,
has
yeah.
gotten incredibly buff since the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've just been doing some jelking.
Joking. Joking.
I'll type it to you.
I know. I know Sous Chef is a gnome. I assume, Jordan, you're Nay.
I attempted to be Nay, but of course, obviously, not the white, and this doesn't necessarily work well with it either. I look more like a mariachi band member, and I am angry and upset.
Dude, get a sombrero. Do it. Commit.
I don't have one here.
Right. And Luke is budget PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
No, PewDiePie. The white shirt.
I don't associate you with PewDiePie.
Ponker
I
pie.
don't give a shit.
All right. So, last we left off.
Also, I have no computer. That's why I'm on my phone.
Yeah, little computer. Can you use Dustin's computer?
I don't know his password.
All right.
Simply text him, lol.
Yeah, I was gonna say I figured since he wasn't there, he would let you use his computer.
I didn't ask. It's on my computer.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna get.
All right. Anyway, last we left off, there was a interesting conversation where the group attempted to pseudo-interrogate Malik to what was going on with him and Squeeps. A lot of very skillful dodging on Sean's on the part of Sean, and some redirections led Nay to reveal a bit more about her past and what had and the things that she had went through. By Malik's admission, bringing them closer together as he now understood more about her. And then, to my knowledge, I don't think there was very much outside of that. Everyone sort
Not
of went
necessarily.
about their days.
It was nearly the end of the night, but I did want to have a small
Yes, you
moment
were
with
saying that you
Void.
wanted to do something right.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Void, as everyone has faded out, and it's just you and me. There's kind of a moment where Nay is just going to be like stood there next to the bed, and then what is kind of a semblance of like the smile immediately falters into kind of a deep nervousness and goes, "Did I go too far? Did I say something I shouldn't have? He made me angry. He made me upset. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have kept my mouth shut. I don't know.
I think you went the perfectly acceptable distance. I'm still not entirely sure what happened downstairs. I'll be honest.
Okay, I will properly explain it. May is going to explain downstairs the conversation that she had with Malik, and how when Malik openly said, like, how dare you, how can you not trust me? Nay responded by taking him by the hand and got ready to take him upstairs so that he could collaborate the story with Squeeps. And somehow along the way, a knife got into her hand and he was screaming for help.
I know that Nay doesn't own a knife.
You you gather.
I feel like I'd have a better idea just because of
Yeah,
our particular history together.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it
So
was like
you
during
would
during
know,
that first
yeah.
session, you definitely got a feel for the backpack. You probably took a peek in there. There was no knife in there.
You definitely would know that Nay does not carry a knife on her.
I mean, that's definitely a confusing situation in which confronting somebody led to lack of understanding of what exactly was happening, and I also want to know answers.
Hmm. Also a little nervous about the I am excited. Obviously, I'm excited. I've prepared a little bit of snippet for me so that I have my speech if someone confronts me about the first. But I don't know if I can accept something different at all. I think it might just be another situation like what just happened tonight. And I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to be upset.
What's your can I side DM here? What's your passive perception? Are you paying attention to me?
Nay's passive perception,
Is probably
though she
high.
probably can't. I was gonna say she probably can't like read your
that's like a
face. What with the
20.
mask? 21.
No, I meant, are you paying attention to what Void's doing?
Yeah.
41.
Maybe not necessarily paying attention to what you're doing, but she is trying to attempt to have a conversation with you. But the passive perception is 21, so if you're trying something, it's going to be.
No.
Also, just a side note with the I cannot accept anything different ever. Oh god, Nay's a Karen and an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. No. He's a flat earther.
Flat Earther. Here's all this evidence. I choose to not believe.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I
I've been doing a little bit of
believe
research
that.
on like conspiracy theories and stuff, and it's like, okay, this is kind of in the wheelhouse of where Nay is. So it's like I've had a little knowledge on this. Anyway, continue.
Anyways, I'm facing away from you, kind of. I just want to know if Nay could see what I'm doing with my hands.
I mean, if you're not being sneaky about it, then yeah. If Nay's actually,
They're very they're very in front of me, away from her, but they're still moving.
Okay.
One hand is doing the come on, get on with it, and the other hand's gonna slap that hand away. I wasn't gonna say anything. I don't necessarily know what the truth is either, but if there's a whole city devoted to the first and the whatevers, then you need to be prepared for what they have as information not being the same as what you know.
Mm-hmm. Does it also? I don't know if it also involves this, and she will actually lift up the amulet with the symbol of the Raven Queen.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
That seems a little bit different, at least how it was implied by Kira.
I think so too. But that makes me a little bit more nervous, a little bit more confused, a little bit more upset about everything that's been happening. I'm just filled with a lot of questions that I am not sure I'm comfortable answering, and that's troublesome.
That's life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing is as easy as you ever want it to be. It's never gonna be easy. But what Monet did for you, she told you that what you were meant to believe was not the complete truth. It was fabricated almost.
But maybe not. That not. It can't be all of it being fabricated. That. No, I won't. I won't.
I don't know if it is or not. I'm not trying to say that it is. I don't know that it is. But she had a point. You live your entire life in one place. There's only so much that can be correct to that. There's so many other ways to understand what's happened. There's always more than one side to a story. All I'm saying is keep an open mind.
Oh, I'm trying for that.
And you don't have to take it all in at one time. You can go bit by bit, say, hey, give me a second, I need to process this.
Okay. And if it were a situation where I am not wanting to go, would that be acceptable?
Like, stay here.
Maybe not stay here.
Not
because I'm not
go
sure
learn
if
about
there's.
all of these things.
Because I. You know what? We can talk. Yeah, let's talk. Morning. Yeah, morning. Yes, morning. And she'll just like go to the corner where the mirror is and just kind of like sit there and just kind of hold her hands like this and just kind of like stare out into space at her reflection.
I'm gonna open up my bag of coin, realize that I have almost no money, and go, never mind. I was gonna go drink.
How much money do you have?
9 silver.
You could go downstairs and get a drink.
Plus,
That's fair.
I mean, there is a very easily influenced bird with a lot of
Fortunate bird
coin in his
person.
pocket.
Yeah, you could go downstairs and drink.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, literally it's like a silver and two copper for all of you to eat in the morning. Like, it's
Alcohol.
alcohol's pretty cheap.
I'm
but
used
it's
to us
cheap
buying the expensive shit.
Yeah, no. Like for just like a cheap mug of ale, yeah, it's probably, I think it's like 4 copper or something, or not even that, like 2 copper for a mug of ale or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and get plastered.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. Why are the fucking D&D coins shaped like that?
Like what?
Like, bullshit.
Triangles and
Maybe your opinion of coins are bullshit.
I mean,
I was gonna say,
Have you
like,
ever
I
thought
think
of
it's
that?
if you go to
Gold is
D&D
like an
Beyond.
hourglass shape. Or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, I don't know. How would I know?
Thanks.
How would I know? I don't research that
Oh,
shit.
where gold is shaped like fucking Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot about that.
Truth be told, this is the DM's world. The coins can be shaped whatever he feels like.
Bitcoins?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, I just invested 1,000 in Bitcoin.
Why would you do that, David? You're gonna lose it all.
I don't know.
$1,000. Just throw it away. Yeah, I don't know. I literally have no idea.
Dogecoin is worth that.
I kind of want to have a character that takes a bunch of fucking silver and glues them all together to turn them into D4s and use them as caltrops.
That'd be funny. Okay, anything else anyone wants to do? Void's getting plastered downstairs.
Well, I think I already did my alchemy roll for the day.
Yes, you did.
Alright. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's nighttime, right?
Did I do a roll
Yes, you
for reading the? Okay.
What are you saying, David?
I'm guessing it's already nighttime.
It's night, yeah, at this point.
Yeah, I guess I can go drinking.
Okay,
Okay.
so join Void downstairs for some drinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. And Nay, you're just gonna stay secluded in the room. And Lem, what are you up to?
Yeah. If there are several folks who are drinking, probably Lim would consider joining them.
Okay.
Probably safer to drink in a group.
Look, our rooms are just upstairs, but you never know. Going up
That's
the stairs
true, you
could
never
lead to
know.
a broken neck.
Yeah, you might fall down the stairs.
I mean, she's specifically most worried, I think, that an outside third party is like sabotaging our party or getting
Right,
us in
of course.
danger. So yeah.
Gotcha. Alright. So,
Malik and Badger are busy buggering each other or some shit, I don't know.
doing Malik and Badger things.
I hate them.
Probably discussing plans.
Butt sex.
Okay.
Gee, Badger, what do you want to do tonight?
So, you guys go ahead and eventually everyone gets to sleep. Some will probably wake up hungover. Void, Lem, and Belmundo, go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws.
18 plus whatever my constitution is.
Alright.
I need to look at my bonus. 7.
My
7.
phone.
17.
17. Alright. So, Lem, Belmundo, you were careful while you were drinking. You made sure you had your glass of water in between. Kept yourselves hydrated. And, you wake up a slight headache, as to be expected after a night of drinking, but nothing terrible at all. Just kind of like a little ping in your head. Void, your head is throbbing when you wake up the next day.
You're me after Cider Fest.
You were more enamored with your drink than you were safely drinking, and your head is pounding.
Oh, goody.
Given there was a group of us, I probably would have just ordered a couple gallons of ale for the table. So
Yeah.
I will mark off my 4 silver pieces for 2 gallons of ale.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. So, as everyone kind of comes to consciousness, Nay, as you wake up, though you cannot see the face, you can tell Void is a bit out of it. It's kind of hard to hide a hangover, no matter how good you are.
I'm not conscious yet. Probably by the time
I would
you
say
get
this is as everybody's waking up, like much later in the morning.
All right.
So I'd say probably maybe like 10:30 everyone gets up.
Are you fine?
Yes, I'm okay.
See, like your mask does this thing where it's like if you're feeling okay, it like has a little smile, but it's like one side is tilted up that way and the other is that way. I don't know how.
What?
Hey, I'm going to Nay is going to get up from the bed and then proceed to tuck Void deeper into the bed.
Okay.
You just stay here. You're gonna okay. I'm gonna get up when you're ready, and then I'll walk out the room.
Nay.
Mm-hmm.
Give me water.
Absolutely, I will.
Please.
Yeah, absolutely. I will go downstairs.
So, as I recall, and maybe my mind's faulty, I believe today is the day you guys are leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, Nay, you go ahead and you run downstairs. What's everyone else doing as the morning comes to you all?
I'm just kind of at a table, kind of walking around it in circles, waiting for everybody to come down.
Okay. I'd say probably then you, Lem, and Belmondo are probably awake before Nay and Void. Badger and Malik have kind of been talking amongst themselves. They're at the table, but they've just kind of been speaking amongst themselves.
I want to make it very clear. The individual that I will be talking to at the bartender, I'm going to be asking for a bucket of water, not a cup.
You see Garmesh kind of chuckles. I take it someone didn't have a really good night.
Well, I mean, he's asking for water, and I want to make sure he has plenty of it.
You see he kind of goes under the counter. He doesn't pull up a bucket, but he pulls up a very large tankard, like almost about the size of his chest, and kind of grabs it, takes it, and goes over to one of these big casks and dumps it out, and you see that there's water that comes out from it, and he will top that off and very carefully hand that over to you.
As soon as the big thing of water comes out, Squeeps is immediately interested, and he's gonna kind of bound over to her.
Okay.
Not for you. No, I know how you are with water. No, this is for Void. You stay right. No, don't. No,
You see,
stay.
Garmesh will grab another tankard, a smaller one, fill it up with water, and give it to you, Squeeps.
I stick my beak in it.
I will say to him, and I'll take the large tankard and go back upstairs to where Void is.
All right. And then Lem and Belmondo, I assume you guys are just having your morning meals.
Yeah.
All right.
Like talking. Is Kira around or like is she?
Kira is not around at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so Squeeps, you're just sitting at the bar, just beak in the water.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Is his full face in like the thing?
No,
or...
it's just his beak. It's not big enough to fit his full face.
As soon as I'm done with that, that is not interested me anymore. I'm going to continue to walk around the table.
Okay. So Void, as you're laying down in bed, tucked in, you will hear your door open, and the hinges will creak ever so slightly, but to you, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Nah.
And well, I'm talking about just general hangover. Like, it doesn't matter how much a sound doesn't annoy you.
It's noise sensitivity.
It's noise sensitivity. And Nay will come over with a massive tankard of water.
Do you need help drinking this?
Nah, I'm good.
You're no. Insight check.
Insight check, I guess. Void, make your respective check.
Might make it. That's the only hint I'll give you.
Might make it.
Yeah.
What's your total, Chris?
Mr. Charisma.
19.
I rolled a 2 with an insight of +6, making it 8.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
good.
I'm absolutely fine.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and set the cup off the side and go. If you are good, then I suppose we are ready. Food. We will have food downstairs. I will see you shortly, and I will leave the room again.
I will open up my mouth
Uh-huh.
and funnel it down.
With a most brisk pace of someone who is very dehydrated, you down the tankard of water.
Again, because of how
Pissed like a
poisoned my
motherfucker.
brain is. How poisoned my brain is, I was definitely thinking of that moment in Airplane, like, oh, I'm a problem drinker, and just chucking the entire water in his face.
All right. So I say about 30 minutes later, or however much later you want to come down, Void.
I would get all of my stuff together and be down within the 5 minutes. Clearly not functioning yet.
All right. So roughly 5 minutes later, you guys will all watch Void sort of. It's that kind of slouch walk that people do when they're not quite awake. As he just kind of comes down the stairs and over to your table.
Ooh, you are not looking that good today.
No, he
I'm
looks absolutely
fine.
fine. He told me.
That's what they all say.
What do you mean they all say? Is there more than one of him? I'm gonna look
No,
over the
like,
board real
have
quick.
you ever heard when people say, "Oh, I'm fine," but they're actually not fine. They're just,
No.
For that note, normally the mask is airtight, like completely around my head.
Uh-huh.
It's sagging just a little bit off my face.
Alrighty. So Void, you will be fed breakfast or given breakfast to eat, so you have something in your system. And then around 11:15, you guys will see Kira walk in from the main entrance of the bar. She has a pretty sizable pack kind of slung over one shoulder. She has that coat on. And she comes over, smiles, says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hello.
Everyone looks good, and she'll look at you, Void, and she'll be like, "Rough night?"
Not really.
You know, I know they got water here, but I have some water in my pack if you need it.
Yeah, I think I could take that on.
All right, she'll.
Wait. Do you still have the big thing I brought upstairs? Did you still have it with you?
What big thing?
Oh. I'm gonna grab the
Okay.
tank of water. I stuck my beak into it and hand it over.
It's literally in my hands, and I've completely forgot about it.
She'll
I will take the big tankard and I will proceed to go back to the bar.
she'll grab a chair, kind of spin it around, and sit down with you guys. All right. Well, shouldn't be too much longer now. I think within the next 45 minutes or so, we should head over to the station.
Probably quick room check just to make sure we didn't forget anything, and then head off.
Make sure.
Be there
nobody
early.
leaving anything behind. I don't. How many of you have traveled before? Through by train.
Oh, a train.
Lem, Lem, I would have said you probably have before.
Yeah. I also suspect so, but I think I may keep quiet in that case.
Yeah. No, because I thought that was a wait. Have I? And I was like,
No, that was a like, almost certainly, but like, can I just like assume that the DM's on board with this? Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought that was a confused like, wait, have I did that before? Sorry. Belmundo. I'd say probably maybe once or twice in your life you've traveled by train before.
That's why I brought the board games, because I knew it was going to be boring and long.
Yeah, but I guess other than that, Squeep's probably not. Nay, definitely not. Void, definitely not.
I have no fucking idea.
Secure will say, "All right, well, good to know at least one of you." So just as a note, first time, you don't really know that you're motion sick until it happens. You have motion sickness till it happens, and it's definitely different from traveling on foot or in a cart. So just if you start feeling nauseous, or start feeling sick at all, just there should be now that I'm thinking about it, what kind of seats did you guys get?
I don't think any of the party was asked about what type of like
Oh, there
tickets,
was. There was.
tiles.
When you guys were at the the box, he asked if you would want standard fare or first class or stuff like that.
I'm gonna show her my ticket.
I believe, if I recall correctly, everyone went standard fare.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
She'll
Cheap.
take the ticket and she'll go. Oh, yeah. Probably should have mentioned that. Alright, so if you start feeling nauseous, she'll hand your ticket back. If you start feeling nauseous, there should be a bucket near your seat. Or you can lean out the window. I don't really think they care. Just at your own peril, of course. And, well, I hope it's not too cramped for you guys. Standard fare is typically how they is basically, you know, what everyone can afford. So they depending on the station, they tend to oversell sometimes.
Could be crowded, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I hope none of you are too uncomfortable in tight spaces.
Stuck in the same place.
By this point, Dave's come back with the large tanker,
Mhm.
giving it back to Void.
What's this for?
Oh, it's your water. Oh, also, point of note, DM Nay would have actually put down a gold coin by this point, since it's the second time she's got water.
If Garmesh would have given it back to you, it's no trouble.
It's no, like the moment tankard hit the ground, gold piece was on the table, and she's already gone. So
And then he would come over and give it to you. He doesn't need payment for water.
it's fine. It's
Water's
fine. It's
free, bitch.
it's okay. I thank you. I appreciate it, but you have done a good service. Just keep doing as you do. That is, do whatever you feel like.
You know what? Fine. I won't say no to free money, but if you need more, just let me know. And there's no more. I don't need anything else beyond that.
Maybe, depending on what Void wants, and I will go back and just again make sure the cup is in Void's hands.
Yep.
I don't think I can have much more of this before it's going to be a problem.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Nay, do you not have to go to the bathroom ever? See, when you drink a lot, that has to happen more frequently.
Okay. You bring up a good point, but you did ask for water.
That is fair.
I want to ask if the train has bathrooms, but I don't have anything in my
To
dictionary.
be
that
fair,
I
Void
can
did
say
just
that.
say bathrooms. Did just say bathroom.
Train bathroom?
Oh, yeah. They should.
Oh.
It'll kind of be I think for your standard fare, it's kind of like a first come, first serve kind of thing. So, if you get there and no one's there.
I am excited to go on this train ride. I am so ready to go someplace else, see someplace new, and be in someplace new too.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's right.
Anyway, yeah, just a couple things. Besides the motion sickness thing for you guys who were kind of doing this the first time. I don't know. I guess my best piece of advice is just be patient. It depends on the workers and depends on the people that you're riding with, but some people can be right assholes. So just realize you're gonna kind of be stuck traveling with those kinds of people for a little while, and I'm not saying if you can't get away with it, maybe don't, give them a subtle jab in the side, but if anything breaks out, you're gonna get kicked off.
Have you heard any stories of people getting robbed on these sort of things?
From time to time, but it's usually but it's not really anything large scale. It's usually just like
Small petty theft.
small petty theft.
Got it.
Yeah. And then usually, depending, and I don't know. Anytime I've ever heard of petty theft happening, it's never been like. It's always been like 1-to-1. It's never been like one person robbing an entire train or anything like that.
Train mystery.
Anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. I'll probably head over there a little early just so I can make sure that I get a good seat. Yeah, I'll meet you guys there. She'll get up, take her pack, walk back out.
Fine.
All right, is there anything anyone wants to do in the time being to prepare?
Nah.
Wow. We can just go.
Alrighty.
Make sure the backpack's
Sushep, you still
filled.
here?
Hmm?
You okay? Sushep stepped away, and so did Chris. Alright,
Epic.
epic.
Well, now what?
Where
I mean,
Dance
there-
contest.
there is one
what?
thing May wants to make sure that everyone's together.
Uh-huh.
Does she notice at any point Badger or Malik?
I mean, they're together, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're at the table with you guys.
Okay, just making sure that everyone's together. That's
Uh-huh.
all.
Alright. Alright, so, as you guys kind of finish up breakfast, Boyd, I'd say probably drinks a little bit of water, so as not to have to have to pee like 9 times on the train.
Oh, he's got to pee 9 times.
You guys, I'll say maybe about, just to kind of kill it, just as you guys are just meandering, killing some time, I'd say probably about maybe like 20 minutes later, you guys make your way over to the station where you can see and hear that there are a bunch of individuals, some who are waiting for the train, talking amongst themselves. You can see Kira's just kind of sat at one of the benches, just kind of drumming her hand on the bench. There he is. There's the boy. You guys can hear. You guys will hear a sort of over the sort of loudspeaker sort of system. You'll hear. The train from Tresic to Velodae will be arriving in 5 minutes.
Doom, doom, doom.
The train from Tresic to Velodae will be arriving in 5 minutes.
I heard that. That is such a. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you are able to do that little trick that you have. Is it a different trick than the one underwater? I wonder.
don't know how you're able to do that little trick that you have.
Oh, so you don't even know how you do it. Awesome. Fascinating. Awesome. Curious.
You guys will kind of wait for a little bit longer. Eventually, you'll hear as you see this large locomotive making its way and stopping in front of the tracks. You'll hear that, eeet, which for Void, if he was here, that's even worse. As the doors open on the trains, you will see a group of individuals making their way out. Some people begin lining up to make their way on. You will see some of the not conductors. It would be just employees, I guess, for a train.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
the
Stewards.
the train whores.
Stewards.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
stewards would be
like
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the folks who are taking bags off, porters, or maybe what you're thinking
Porters, yeah. You will see some of the porters now kind of opening the sides of the train, pulling into people, helping people reclaim their belongings. And as you all kind of begin making your way onto the train, you will see Kira kind of looks at the train for a little while. As you guys begin making your way in line, she'll be like, "All right, well, good luck, and I'll see you guys when we get to Velodae, huh?" and she'll start making her way. She'll start making her way a little bit more towards the back.
Are you not? Are you not coming with us? No.
Oh,
Hmm?
so, I kind of have some better seats. I probably should have mentioned that beforehand.
Okay. Then maybe we see you. Maybe.
I'll figure out which car are you guys going in. You can see that at the moment, the majority of people are getting into the middle cars, and there's about 5 different cars.
Nate just starts going to the nearest door.
Alright.
Just picks one.
I'll roll a d6 then.
Oh shit.
5. Good job. No, I rolled it. You got a 5.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we're like at the back or close to it, I guess.
Yeah, back close to it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it would be reversed. Back would be, more to the front would be the luxury cars. So, flip that. Alrighty. So as you guys begin boarding, you see that there are people stationed at the door. And as people come in, they do quickly kind of check their ticket. You see they have a hole punch, just going through each ticket, just making sure everything is fit. As you guys walk up, you will see very plain looking half-orc male. Just kind of with a very big smile on his face.
Actually, interesting point of order. Did anyone give Nay her ticket? Because Nay was told that she was going to go on a train ride, but I don't believe anyone gave her a ticket.
I assume in the 20 minutes in the in-between, yes.
Okay.
Everyone was given a ticket.
I'm gonna hold up the line a little bit. I'm just gonna look at this half-orc fella for a little bit.
He'll look down at you with a very curious look and a smile. Hello. Can I see your ticket, please? He'll kind of snap in front of you.
I'll grab it and gonna hold it out
Thank
to him.
you. And he'll give it back. Is he alright?
Oh, it's normal. Don't worry about it. I'll give him my ticket.
Oh, I'll take it. Are you gonna usher Sweeps through?
Yep. Wait, he's still standing there?
Yeah, he's holding up the line, as he said.
I'm holding up the line. I'm actually holding up the line.
Alright, as Belmondo, as you kind of grab Squeeps and usher him through, eventually all of you have your tickets punched and handed back. Bags or any belongings that you would like stowed can be, unless you want to keep all your stuff with you. It's up to you guys.
I'm keeping my stuff with me.
Okay. So as you guys make your way on, you can hear and see various types of folks, maybe some friends, some families, some riding on their own, sitting in the various seats, some looking out the windows, some intermingled in conversation. I'd say you guys find a small grouping of seats kind of rowed back, where all of you can kind of stay together as a group. Or sorry, a compartment where you guys can stay as a group. And after a while, and I mean a good while, if any of you have ever traveled by train, you know that there's always that one person that has to make a scene and hold the train up like 10 minutes.
Oh, I've traveled by airplane. It's same principle.
Yeah, same principle.
Or Greyhound bus, yeah.
Or Greyhound bus, yeah. There's always the one person. But eventually, after about those 10 minutes, you will hear over once again a sort of intercom system. We hear, doom, doom. The train will be departing in 2 minutes. At which point you will see those employees coming through, kind of checking everybody, just double checking. They actually go through and start asking to see tickets one more time just to make sure everything's punched. Mm-hmm. And then you will.
While we are sat there, is there anything noticeable around us? Like, I'm gonna say this, like I don't obviously know. Like, is there an emergency stop pull? Is there like little buttons somewhere?
You will see that there are small what is it? What am I thinking of? I literally just had the word and I forgot it. And I'm not talking about what you would see like on a bus with a pull thing. It's like a thing on a chain.
Mm-hmm.
But
Chain?
It's a stop pull.
Stop pull, yeah. So you do see that there is it is a stop pull, but it's not like you would see like on a bus or anything. It's very much an old school sort of yank on it, and there will be a to indicate that someone wants to get off. You will see that at least in your area, there is no emergency stop.
Okay.
But the compartment that you guys are in, there is the seats that you guys are currently in, and just above them, you can see kind of chained to the wall, there are 2 sets of beds. As this train is intended for long travel.
Question:
Yes.
Is this pulley labeled in any way, shape, or form?
It is not labeled.
Nay is pulling it.
I'm stopping her.
Wait, did you say you're stopping her or no?
Yes, I don't know what this is. I don't want you fucking with things.
All right, so as Nay, as you go to reach for it, Void will kind of grab your arm.
What does it do?
I don't know. Lem, do you know what this does?
Lem, you do. Lem, you know what this does, but it's up to you if you want to mention anything.
Belmundo explicitly said that he's been on a train before, didn't he?
fair,
Or did he
yeah.
not?
Belmont, I think so. I believe so. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
Belmondo, you
would
could
probably
answer.
say, yeah.
Yeah. So Belmondo, you can
Yeah.
answer this.
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Okay. So you are informed as to what this is there for.
Oh, well, that's really
So
weird.
don't pull it.
No, why would anyone want to get off before?
Although, now, as you
going-
guys are talking about this, you also are now hearing, and as you guys kind of glance out, you'll see maybe about 3 compartments down, there is a mother desperately trying to get a hold of her child who will not stop yanking the thing.
All right, I'm going to start actually answering back with my own pulley.
And-
It sounds exciting.
does anyone stop Nay?
I will
Yeah,
stop
I've been
Nay.
stopping Nay.
I'm just
Nick.
making the sound with my mouth now.
Could you desist there?
It looks fun.
This is
What?
for emergencies.
Wait, what the emergency is, I want to have a little bit of fun.
What if that?
As you are mid-sentence, Void, you will all feel a lurch forward as the train picks up speed and begins moving.
Okay. This feels different.
And it reacts to noises, so
Yeah.
be careful.
I will
It
say,
might spook the train.
for the 3 of you who have never been on a train before, make me a Constitution saving throw.
That doesn't
What
necessarily
is-
determine whether or not I'm motion sick.
Also,
Con save with advantage for everyone else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for the 2 of you, con save at advantage.
Okay. The reason why I said yes, but also boo, is because I rolled a natural 1.
Okay,
21.
21, you're fine.
Also 21.
Wait, advantage?
Thank God for advantage.
No,
though.
not for you. The
Okay.
people who have been on a train before.
13.
13? Okay. So, literally the only thing that guarantees you motion sickness was a natural 1. So, Void, you're fine. You're holding together. Your head still hurts.
You're
but
hungover,
fine.
but you're fine.
Squeeps, you're a little disoriented, just having, it's a different experience. The ground is just kind of moving beneath you as it goes over the tracks. There's a little bit of a bump from time to time, but you're fine. Now, you're not doing so hot. You were kind of fine at the beginning, but as the train got up to its max speed and you're just constantly being shook up and down,
Hmm?
you're starting to feel a bit queasy.
There's a moment where Nay will take out, try to reach for the bowl of mint leaves and put one in her mouth and just start chewing hastily, trying to do something to maybe calm her stomach.
Alrighty. Yep. As you hastily pop the mint leaf in your mouth and you start trying. You have a moment where you sort of burp. It doesn't taste like a burp. And
Doesn't taste like.
you get that mix. You get a very odd mix of mint and vomit flavor in your mouth. And it's not pleasant.
Tastes like a mojito.
How dare you?
What?
All right.
It's a vomito.
So
And I would say about a minute later, you're gonna have to go for the bucket.
Oh no.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, would Nay's past perception at 21 been enough to hear that there's a bucket underneath,
Yes.
or no?
You were
Yes.
told
Okay,
there's a bucket
okay,
down
good.
there.
So, yeah, I it just immediately reach for the bucket and just go to town.
Poor Nay. I'll say as you guys are traveling for about 15-ish minutes, you will see some people come around.
You can
Hey.
do backgrounds on mobile too.
Nice.
You're a cat.
There's some people who will come around. You see a human female, dressed in the same sort of outfit as the half-orc male that you'd seen before. Comes by, very long flowing hair that she kind of comes around the corner. You see she has a small, not small, but a sizable platter in her hands. She'll come over to you all. She says, "Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Can I interest anyone in any refreshments?"
Here.
Oh dear. Is she all right? Would you like some tea? Maybe something to stop your stomach? Oh dear. If you'd like, would you like some help? I could get you up. I can help her up into the bed so she can relax a bit.
Yeah, that'd be good. Probably get a second bucket too. Just
Yes. All
in
right.
case.
Just no problem. No problem. She actually take the platter and set it up on a small shelving, like at the very top of the cabin. And she'll go, "Okay, ma'am." She'll reach down and she'll try to help your feet. All right. Yes, I know.
I will. I'm like, I don't know whether to cast guidance on Nay or on the person helping. Nay, I guess.
Yeah. Is it your first time traveling this way? Understandable. She'll help you up. She'll help you up into the bed, kind of help you relax. She'll take the bucket and she'll actually take the bucket, which is about 2/3 of the way full, I'd say, probably.
Oh no.
It's not a big bucket. It's about maybe like it's the size of a puke bucket, like you'd see like a standard water bucket, basically. So she'll take it and she'll be like, I'll be back shortly. She'll reach up, kind of grab the platter. She'll leave the platter where it is and sort of take it off. She'll come back maybe about 15 seconds later with a fresh one, and she'll set it up next to Nay. Reach back up, grab the platter. I'll say, so did anyone want anything else? You can see that she has a variety of different, like small desserts, sandwiches, like little dainty sandwiches. You can see that she does have a container of water as well as what some of you can discern to be tea leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some sweets.
All right, she'll hand you this small bowl, only about maybe like that big, with about 6 chocolates in it, and hand that over to you.
Ooh. Just immediate chomping.
Anything else for anyone?
Tea. I can hold that for her, and then if she feels better later, then
All right.
we'll have
so
it.
You'll watch as she'll take the container, and she'll sort of she'll mutter an incantation. But for all of you the majority of you who cast magic, you realize she's not doing this on her own. As she mutters the incantation, the container begins to. You can see the container begins to glow. And you quickly discern that the container is magically enchanted. And she will kind of she'll sort of set the oh my god, why brain, please, god damn it.
You alright?
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
Tray, cup,
Tray, thank you. I couldn't
thermos.
remember the word tray.
Gee.
Even though I
Just
said
one of
it
those
3
days.
times. She'll set the tray down, grab a cup, and sort of put a few tea leaves in. She'll quickly sort of prepare you a cup of tea and hand that over. All right. And anything else for anyone? All right. She'll reach into her pocket, sort of pull out a small notepad, as well as an inkwell pen, and write something down. And she'll hand that over to she'll probably hand it over to you, Lem. And then take the tray and walk away. It is a bill.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, refreshment cards are not free. So, yeah.
Depends on the plane.
Depends on the plane. Depends on the train. So for the tea, it is a silver piece, and then for the chocolates, it is 5 silver pieces.
This is highway robbery.
Welcome to a train.
Chocolate's expensive.
Chocolate's expensive.
All right. So, yeah. So that's 6 silver total, I guess.
Mhm.
All right. So I will pay that and I'll throw in 5 extra copper as a tip.
All right, fantastic. She'll smile, take the payment, and begin making her way down the different rows. All right, so I would like to know, kind of, at least for the first couple days of travel, or I'd say probably for this first day of travel, what is everyone does anyone want to do anything? Because you can get up and look around, or you can just stay in your seats, whichever you guys want to do.
Oh, for the first day of travel, like they're just gonna be just unhappy. she ain't gonna be going nowhere.
I was gonna say, Void's probably gonna keep an eye on vomit.
All right.
I got board games. If anyone wants to play.
Lim will gladly join.
All right.
I will join, but first I want to go to the little kid and I want to make the noise of the train at him.
All right, so you patter over to the compartment that you had seen. You can see that it is a small family of humans. The little boy just kind of sits there, kind of kicking his feet on his chair. You can see the mother. She's dressed in definitely nowhere near regal attire at all, but she is definitely dressed a bit better than most commoners. You can see there's a little bit of dirt probably on her hand, maybe just where she forgot to clean up or when they came on. The father is equally as well dressed as she is. Hair's kind of just haphazardly coming down over his face. Bit of stubble. Little boy, kind of as he's kicking his feet, you can see he has that same sort of same kind of dark hair as his parents. Shortcut. Definitely not as nice clothes. Definitely more to the commoner side for his clothing. As he's just kind of kicking his feet, he looks over at you. And just kind of stops mid-kick. Just stares.
Kind of point at the chain.
He is just enamored staring at you.
I'm gonna make the noise.
Quickly kind of just runs over. Woo! And Mom immediately grabs him. Don't you? And looks down at you, squeaks very aggressively.
And I'll go back to my seat.
No, don't go.
I'll peek my head.
Mom, can I pet him? honey, that's. I'm sure they're not. I don't think it's a pet. He goes, please. She kind of very aggressively kind of clenches her teeth and looks down at you. Squeeps. he is okay with it. And the boy goes, "Yay! We'll get off," and immediately run and hug you.
Oh, I'll get back. Hello.
He'll sort of like reach his head up and start his hand up and start petting your head. Like, he likes me. And he'll just kind of start scratching under. He's just gonna start scratching you. Those of you who are kind of keeping an eye on Squeeps can see this whole display unfolding.
I have the mental image of the first Harry Potter movie where it's him and Ron and Hermione sitting on the train, and there's just a giant bird man that sticks his head in and goes, honk, honk.
Belmondo, did you bring cards for Go Fish?
Sure. And I pull out the.
You do have a deck of playing cards?
Yep.
What's Go Fish?
A game, a chance that's good for kids. And, you know, this is diverting. And it's not like we've got other things to do. So I basically will just sort of try to get a group of like 4 or 5 of us playing Go Fish with like the kid and maybe the mom.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
It's a thing to do.
Yeah, it's a thing to do. All right.
We're stuck here for 4 or 5 days.
My big thing is if the kid's already interested in being around Squeeps, this is a way to like have the kid be entertained,
Right.
and then we don't have to worry about a very, very exhausted and angry kiddo.
Right. Gotcha.
Or an exhausted and angry mom.
Or an exhausted and angry mom.
Yeah, all of my sympathies to her.
All right. So for the first day, not a whole lot happens. It's a lot of just trying to kill the time with conversation, playing games. Eventually you stop throwing up and just fall asleep out of sheer exhaustion. As the night kind of comes around, you guys will hear various footfalls as servers come around with standard fare meals for all of you. It's nothing too exciting. It's maybe slightly below what you would get in a tavern. So serviceable, but definitely nothing tasty.
I'll
What's
press the
the
digitator
deal
to
with
make it
train
tastier,
food?
and I'll also do it for the other family that's near us.
All right, sounds good.
Nay is going to request 2 meals because she probably didn't have anything to eat last day.
She lost one.
She basically had nothing to eat now.
This is in the night. This is nighttime, Blake. At this point, for you guys, if Nay would be awake, then yes, they'll provide you with a meal. If you'd like another one, it can be supplied, but there'll be an extra charge for it.
Like, Nay doesn't care. It's one of those things where it's like, you know you have an empty stomach, and you're like, oh god, I need to have something in me immediately.
Alrighty. They'll go ahead and they will mark you down. Whoever is going to be paying for this, go ahead and mark down. Let me get my thing. I'm trying to see prices for everything. Go ahead and mark down another 9 silver for an extra meal.
Nary a bother as Nay just hucks a gold piece and just tries eating as much as she can. Probably bad decision while still sick.
Make another Constitution save.
Absolutely,
okay?
I will. All right, it's better than a natural 1.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 9.
Plus?
A Constitution check or save?
Save.
Constitution save. Okay, so 11.
11? Okay.
11.
So you scarf both meals down as fast as possible, and you guys will hear Nay's stomach just go. With an 11, you're not going to throw up again, but you're definitely going to spend the night with a lot of nausea.
Better nausea than nightmares. Hey.
Yep. Eventually, the day will wind down, fairly uneventful, as all of you kind of have to get accustomed to sleeping in these odd bunks while moving at high speed. Some of you will have to stay. So basically, how it's set up is there's the benches, and then there's 2 rows of beds. So basically, 2 of you will get stuck on the benches, 1 will get stuck on the bed, or so 1 will get stuck on the floor.
I can take the floor if I can have extra blankets to make a nest.
If you ask, they could provide you with an extra set of blankets.
Okay, I'll make a little nest on the floor.
Okay.
Nay's also going to throw down a blanket from her pack.
All right.
What's longer, a bed or a bench?
Probably the bed. So you're taking a bed.
As much
Got
as
it.
as much as I don't want to be a burden, I'm kind of yeah.
Take
Yeah.
the top bunk and
You're
his feet
also-
are fucking dangling down.
Are the beds close enough together that like Void would be able to be partly overlapping onto the next bed?
No, they are. There's enough of a gap between the first and second bed on one side that it's not going to be like you're like right here to the mattress of the one above you, but it's very much across. It's two sides. And I will say also this, Void. These beds are not custom made, and they're very much like we want to cater to the widest variety of individuals we can. Y'all ever watched? You've all watched Elf, right?
That's just how I assume every in bed is for me.
Yeah. So Void, you're kind of dangling feet off the edge a bit.
Nah, I like scrump myself up,
You're
but
gonna
it's still
scrump yourself up. Oh, you're gonna have a kink. It's gonna be a kink in the back in the morning. Oh.
nah. It's just about how you do it.
Mm.
Just sleep in the S shape.
So
That's
Exactly.
So I'd say honestly another day or two passes pretty uneventfully. You guys are free to roam about the cabins as you wish. You are barred from entering, or no, I guess you wouldn't be barred. You'd just kind of be watched if you try to enter any of like the nicer cabins.
Well, I'd say that I did want to meet Kira, so that would probably be a day if I feel comfortable walking and not
I'll say it'd
immediately
probably-
upset.
I said it'd probably take you another day just to get used to everything. But as the next day as the morning sort of comes about for all of you, you'll actually hear on the side of your cabin. You'll see peeking in Kira with a smile. It's like, hey guys, how's everything going for you guys?
Probably one of the worst naps I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it'll do that to you. He'll look up. She'll look up at you, Void, as you're still kind of laying in the bed. Oh, jeez, how are you doing?
Weirdly better than yesterday.
That's good. That's good. And Nay, how you holding up?
I'm able to breathe without. Okay, lied about.
Well,
I'm fine.
well, I know they're going to be coming around with breakfast here in a minute, but I figure you guys probably want something better than the than the sort of standard fare that they serve.
I've been kind of enhancing it, but it's not great.
It's understood. She'll actually like kind of reach over into the side, and she has a pretty good sized tray. It is filled with beautifully cooked meats and vegetables. With you can even see that there are glasses with I would say a little bit of white wine in them. She'll sort of slide that over to you guys. She says 1 serving per. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were good and give you something a little bit nicer to eat.
You are exceptionally kind.
Oh, I get a lot of that from my mother.
Thank you. It's really appreciated.
No problem. If you guys ever want to, if you guys want to come, about 2 cars up from you guys. Or sorry, you guys are in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it'd be more like 7 cars up because you guys are in the far back. Because Nay just ran in front of one door.
They could have taken a different car.
I assume you all wanted to stay together.
Yeah.
True.
You're gonna leave Nay unattended? I don't think it's a good idea.
But yeah, if you guys ever wanna meet me up front, shouldn't kick you out immediately. It might be a little nicer than everything back here. Anyway, she'll sort of tap the door with a smile. Enjoy. And she'll walk off. I'd say it's about around noon. You guys will hear, kind of coming over the intercom again. You'll hear. We will be arriving in Kelna soon. Any who would like to depart, please pull the chain. And you'll actually hear, and a little further back you'll hear.
What's
Nay,
What-
this is
what's
where
a
we get
Kelna?
to. This is where we get to live vicariously through other people pulling the chain instead of doing it ourselves.
well, but it's not as fun as.
That's also a thing we can live vicariously through.
I mean, to be fair, we have other people want to get off, so get your fun in while you have the chance.
Alrighty. Is anyone gonna pull the chain just for fun?
Oh, why not?
Actually, I was gonna say I wanna make a stealth check for Nay to try to do it.
Sure.
Because the last time she tried doing it, it was not.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Oh, that's gonna be a 7 altogether.
7?
I'm not stopping anybody this
Yeah.
time. We've got cover. There are other people doing
there's
it.
other
so.
people doing it. Alright, so
Yes,
If
let-
other people wanted to jump
I mean,
off a
it's
bridge,
not like
would you...
the train's gonna stop anyways.
Alright, so Nay, you grab onto the chain. For how long do you hold it?
It's one of those things where it's like cheeky little child. It is a very quick just grab and go. Ooh, that felt nice. I was finally able to do that. Oh, whoa! Now everything's slowing down.
About 30 minutes later, you guys will hear the train begin to slow down. Looking out your windows, you have arrived in a small-ish town. You can see that a lot of the buildings are a bit more outdated to what is standard fare around here, making the train stop and station itself look almost futuristic by comparison. Just sort of giving a quick glance out the side, you can see that there are a couple of small shacks that line the area near the station. And the one that you can see into, it does appear that these are small businesses. You can sort of looking a bit farther past. There are some citizens here who are sort of meandering about their days. Some in the middle of trade. As people are getting off the train, you can see that they are being greeted by some of the individuals with hugs, with handshakes.
I'm at the window and I am waving, trying to get somebody's attention.
Make a charisma check, Squeeps.
There's a check. I'm good at that. Oh,
What'd you roll?
it's a 4 on the die.
4. So you just start haphazardly kind of just waving out the window towards people, but it doesn't seem like anyone pays you any mind.
No, I'm still gonna do it.
Alright.
The 6 altogether.
A 6 altogether. Yeah, unfortunately. It seems like everyone is busy gathering their things or meeting with family or friends that they're just not paying attention.
Uh,
So I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to step off the train. You'll see some of the people coming through, who will say, who will kind of just give an usher and like, so we're just going to be taking, 30 minutes here, so that way the conductor can eat. Kind of go through, and just kind of let everyone know that they're going to be taking a small pit stop here.
ooh. Yeah, I want to check it out.
Chance to get out and stretch legs and.
Right. So as you guys, I mean, it's up to you. Who, if anyone wants to stay on the train.
Me.
Void will stay on the train.
Yeah.
And I'll say Malik and Badger will also just stay on the train.
What was the name of the town again?
Kelna. Kelna. Alright. You guys go ahead and make your way off the train, and immediately what hits you... something that you guys probably had at one point or another the window down to let some fresh air in, but as you step out, it's hard when you're in a sort of confined space to get a good flow of fresh air. So it's still a bit stuffy, but as you step out, there is definitely a big inhale as the temperature also seems to shift to a much cooler climate.
All right. This is different. This is okay. This is our stop. No, that's not our stop. This is something different. Are we going somewhere? Are we staying here? Are we going back in? What are we doing?
He's gonna wander. Gonna check out. What
Is anyone
is this
explaining
like
today
a
what's going on?
boardwalk?
A boardwalk? What? I'm sorry?
Is this like a boardwalk or just like a line of shops or what?
Yeah, so I mean the closest thing I could put to it is if you've ever been in like I guess again closest thing I put to it is if you've ever been in an indoor train station, how they have like the shop, how they have a couple of like concessions areas. More or less that's what this is.
Do they have pretzels?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm not good at that. I got a 17 though, that's a 15.
17? I'll say you could find pretzels.
I'm fine. I'll get 2 pretzels and I'll bring one back to May.
All right, I'll say for two big old pretzels, I'd say probably 2 silver apiece for those.
That's fine.
So is anyone explaining today what's going on?
I don't
think
have
so.
a vocabulary.
All right, so Lem will explain to you that this is not your final stop. You're just taking a short break.
Okay. Short break. Sure. So,
Yeah, I don't know if you've been through enough towns to know how they start, but a lot of towns will be by water, and a lot of times roads will go between them. And when you're making a train track, you follow the roads, so you end up with a whole long line that has a bunch of interesting places along it. This is just one of them.
I was living someplace nearby a river. But I don't recall there being any noises like that, and I'll point back to the train.
Oh yeah, there are a lot more towns than there are the big tracks. It's just that if there is a track system, often there's going to be a lot of towns along it.
Okay. Is it?
Do you wanna come out and see another town?
Oh, absolutely. It's. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Fine.
Alrighty. I mean, assume you guys are already off the train at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys kind of start meandering towards town, Nay, you will feel a tug at your pants.
Okay. What's tugging? What?
You look down and you can see that there is this little girl. Her hair is a bit muddied, dirt across the face, and sort of sort of dirtied commoner's clothes, and she has some flowers in her hand. And she goes, "Excuse
Oh.
me,
Yes,
would you want? Do you want to buy a flower?" And as you look down, you can see that there are very, very beautiful white roses in her hand.
I am gonna kneel down and say absolutely. I would love a flower. What are you asking for?
2 copper pieces.
How many flowers are in her hand?
She has a set of 12. Each of them are kind of they're individually wrapped, but more just kind of individually marked. There's not really like a plastic wrapping or anything around them.
I'm looking for anyone who's watching her and Nay closely as this transaction happens.
Make a perception check.
So, they would sweeps Lem. Belinda.
13.
13?
Okay.
You sort of glance around Lem, and eventually kind of a little bit through the crowd, you will see that there is an older woman, maybe late 30s, early 40s. Same sort of tattered clothing that is currently that seems to be keeping an eye on her.
So it's just a dozen white roses in her hand?
11, but close to a dozen, yeah.
It's close enough for a dozen for me. Nay is going to go to her coin pouch, pull out 1 silver, 2 silver, and she'll think for a minute. 3 silver. And she'll go, I would love all the flowers in your hand, ma'am. And she will give the little girl 3 silver.
Oh, she'll smile and take the silvers and put it and hold the flowers up to you.
I will gladly take them.
Thank you.
And it is never a problem.
And
You take care of yourself.
And she'll run over to that older woman you were looking at, Lem. And she'll kind of happily kind of hold the coins out with a smile, and you'll see the older woman will smile, take the money, and she'll give her a hug.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to return back to Lem.
All right.
Here you go. I will take a single white rose and hand it to Lem.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's never a problem. I mean, they are lovely. They look nice. It's
very much so. And I'm gonna find sort of one of the button loops on the cloak and weave the stem through it.
Okay,
so that
good.
it's just sort of hanging there.
Sounds good. All right. So, you guys are gonna go into town. Void, what would you like to do for these 30 minutes?
Not much, Chief.
I'm gonna get out of this cramped area and actually stretch out because my spine is broken.
Take a break from the
Can
kids.
I go? We were kind of allowed in the first class cabins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I just go scare people? Just not actively, terrorizing them. Just kind of go and lurch around. And...
yeah. You know what? Go ahead and make me a charisma check, Void.
Do you want to lurch, or do you just want to be as silent as possible and let them just quietly soil their pants when they notice you right behind them?
What sous chef said, and it's a nat 20.
The best part about D&D, Chris, is you can do whatever you want.
And if anybody I notices me, I'm going to take specific eye attention to them and not say anything.
All right. So as you kind of, so you're intentionally being creepy, or you're just kind of observing it? Oh, you're intentionally being creepy.
I'm observing. I'll be creepy if people look at me.
Okay. So as you're kind of glancing around, you go through the first cabin and you see a few people glance over at you, but then immediately look away from you. At one point, I'd say as you're kind of going into the cabin just before the first class, there will be this sort of younger tiefling female who's sort of kind of fallen asleep, and she'll
Oh no.
She'll like slowly wake up. and, like,
If they're
glance.
sleeping,
No,
I'd
like
probably
she's
let them
coming
be.
to at this point, and she'll like look over at you and just lock eyes with you.
Keep moving.
I need to stop fucking drinking. Uh, eventually you make your way.
Weird.
You'll make your way up to the next cart. This one, as you step in, immediately there is just a tonal shift as you enter the cart. It's mostly empty right now, as a lot of the people are out kind of just stretching and relaxing, but the cabins in here are much, much better designed. Funnily enough, because there are a few of them, the cabins are longer. And as you're kind of glancing, the beds in here are actually up against the wall, and in a moment of just like, the beds in here are long enough and wide enough that they could possibly accommodate you.
I had another idea.
Okay.
Am I assumed that if I go all the way to the front, that the train conductor's up there?
Yeah.
Can I just head all the way there?
Sure. You go ahead and make your way. You can see as you're entering the carts, like people are watching you. And as you kind of go into another cart, you can see Kira's actually in the process of stretching out her back. Looks over at you. Oh, hey.
What's up?
Not much. Where are you off to?
I was mostly just kind of examining the kinds of people that are riding in the train, but then I thought, yeah, maybe it'd be nice to go find the conductor and play for him.
Well, I mean, that's certainly a nice offer. I don't think they'd bar you, but if they tell you to get off, I guess, or they tell you no, just don't put up a fight. I don't know if you want to get stuck out here.
I'm not that kind of person.
All right, I'm gonna go run into town. Probably just walk around for a little bit, get some fresh air.
You see Naya Squeeps causing trouble, let me know.
I will. Don't worry. She'll walk off the train.
You see the town is on fire. You know who to blame.
All right. So I'll say just for this, as you make your way up to the frontmost cabin, you'll see that there are a couple of employees, two of them that are sort of just sat toward the entrance into the conductor's cabin, and they'll look at you and go, I'm sorry. Can I help you?"
Is there a seat nearby?
No. So if you've ever seen like steam locomotives, there's the door that opens, and then there's basically a small platform in the between cabins, and some railing. They are currently stood opposite you, in front of the door that leads into the main engine room.
I'm gonna wave.
Mm-hmm.
Back up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out my guitar and play for them.
Make a performance check.
Not bad. What are my bonus? 25.
25. All right. They sort of smile as you play your guitar for them, and just kind of they kind of lean against it and just kind of, I'd say, kind of nod along with the music. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Back in town. Anything you guys are looking for these 30 minutes?
What do they got?
Just gonna do a quick sweep.
Yeah, just a quick sweep. Don't want to take up too much time here.
Investigation.
I'm bad at that.
I will join you in that investigation.
Got a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh
my
my god!
the two troublemakers really want to figure out what's going on.
All right, so the town itself is nothing extraordinary. It is very much just a regular town. Just people who live here sort of go about their days in quiet. No sort of excitement as it was in Trezek. However, as you guys are kind of making your way away from the train, I'd say maybe about 5-ish minutes out from the train, you do see that there is a very colorful looking little shop. The individuals in there the individuals that you can see that are working in there are dressed very brightly. And there are families that are sort of coming and going from the shop. One of the ones that you see exiting, you can see, there's a little boy who is holding this very, 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 very well designed clockwork dragon. That's just maybe about like this big in his hands, and is smiling, kind of hugging it as he walks out. I'd say for Lem and Belmundo, you recognize that it's a toy shop.
Ooh.
It's a toy store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going toy store. Let's go.
Yeah, right behind you. Yeah.
As you guys walk over, you can see in very nice letters, it will say, the Fluffy Peach Toy Shop. As you guys enter in, the establishment is not very big. Big enough to hold maybe about 20-30 people at a time. And as you go in, you can see that there are shelves with various different toys and trinkets. You can see that there are some of the employees that are talking with families, some of them who are in the process of kind of speaking down to the children. One of them actually pulls a small clockwork bird off of the shelves and kind of twists a gear on its back, sets it down, and you see the bird just starts going and just kind of starts hopping around. And you see the child that was looking at it just kind of starts clapping and giggling. What would you guys like to look for in here, if anything?
Oh, if there's stuff like continuously moving, like you've basically engaged all of the senses of Nay, which one of these things looks the most convoluted / what is doing the most activity in the room?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Again?
Nay, yeah, give me, because this was to find. This is to discern now.
12 plus 0 or 12.
So you're just looking for the most convoluted thing you can find?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. So you make your way over, and looking through, you're just like, oh, what does that do? What does that do? What does that do? You see what looks to be a orb, about this big, that is currently just placed upon a pedestal. And you can see that the orb itself is made up of different types of wood. As you go over to it and kind of pick it up and kind of start messing with it a little bit, you push one side and you watch as it actually pushes inward and comes out the other side. And you're like, wait, what the heck? And you push it back and it goes back into place. You sort of kind of grab the top of it and you feel like it could turn. And it sort of turns the top, and as it does so, you watch as the bottom sort of two pieces of the orb start kind of pushing outward as you turn the top. And then you push it back.
Out of character question, is this a puzzle box?
Yes, it is a puzzle.
I mean, may not necessarily know exactly if this is a puzzle or not, but definitely interesting. Where is? I would like this. Where?
As you look around, you can see that there are a couple of employees that are. There's two employees that aren't doing anything at the moment that you could flag.
Absolutely. Just immediately, just go up to one and go, "Hi.
Hello.
This is interesting and unique. What's How much? How? What?
Oh, for that? For that puzzle there, which they'll actually tell you is a puzzle. Oh yes, it's a. So that puzzle. So that orb actually comes apart fully.
No.
Yeah, and you have, and part of it is just reassembling it back into its orb shape after it has been dismantled.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Okay.
So for that, 5 silver pieces for that.
5 silver for this. Okay. I will keep that in mind. If there's anything.
Scoops, you gonna try to look for anything in here? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yes, I'm looking for any sort of ocean themed toys.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It's a 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you're kind of glancing around here, nothing really in the way of things that pull you to the ocean. I would say you would probably see, sort of walking out, there is a little boy with a stuffed octopus in his hands.
That's exactly what I was gonna look for. I'm gonna go up to a clerk.
Okay, they'll look down. Hello. What can I do for you?
Toys. I'm trying to make ocean noises.
Make a charisma check. See how well you can convey.
20, not natural.
20? Okay. She'll get the gist and she'll be, oh, ocean. Let me see what we have. Follow me. Call high or low, Squeeps.
Hi.
Right. You go over to a shelf. And as you're kind of glancing through, she starts looking through. You can see that there is a single pink and purple octopus.
Yes, I buy it.
All right. So for that, for the pink and purple octopus, she would probably charge you a gold for that.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Did Belmundo or Lem enter the toy shop with us, or are they outside?
I imagine as much.
I figured I was probably going to stay outside because that way I can keep an eye on sort of like if people are reassembling at the train.
Okay.
Okay.
But if Belmundo's in the store, Nay is actually going to approach you, Belmundo, and go, with like a orb in hand, still, I need to get you something. What do you want?
Nothing for me, but I'm going to go look around and see if there's anything that kind of piques my interest a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can get any stuffed animals.
There are a plethora of stuffed animals. What are you looking for specifically?
Bears.
Well,
Drakes.
easy enough. Bears and drakes. All right. For the bear, very easy to find.
Uh-huh.
For the drake, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. I see nothing.
That one. Yeah, unfortunately, as you're looking through, you even ask like some of the people if they have any drakes available, stuffed drakes available, and unfortunately, they don't have any in stock.
I'll make up for it by buying 10 bears. How much do they cost?
For 10 bears. It's the octopus is a bit more expensive because it's a more exotic creature. So I would say for 10 bears, probably looking at seven gold pieces, 7 silver a piece for 10, and then 7 gold.
Okay.
You have 10 stuffed bears, Belmondo.
Okay,
Yes,
so
stuff them in my bag of holding.
So I am paying for 7 gold worth of 10 bear, and then
No, no,
the
no.
five.
Yeah.
I said I am getting you something, and you can't stop me.
You can always buy him something else, Nay.
I try and distract her by saying, "Oh, that looks cool over there. It's like maybe something I'm interested in," and point her at like something.
Okay, immediately we'll go wherever she was
Are
pointed
you
to.
just haphazardly pointing in a direction, Bomondo?
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, that seems pretty cool, and I'm just
Nay.
gonna go up to the cash register and fucking pay for it instantly.
Roll a d12 for me.
Oh no. This could be good, or it could be bad, or it could be hilarious, which is always an option. 2.
2. All right. So as Belmondo sort of haphazardly points, you're like, oh, all right, and you walk over. The way he pointed, you can see that there are, you guys have seen like Raggedy Ann dolls, right?
Yeah.
The little stuffed dolls, and that's where Belmondo haphazardly pointed to.
Okay.
You
Any
see
of them
these
look like
little-
tieflings, or
You see these little dolls?
no, go
No,
ahead.
they're very, very generic. Not really any detail to them. It's just a plain leather, a plain sort of like leather sack kind of appearance. You can see that there is a dress on it, so it's up to you whether or not you discern that to being a female.
Absolutely.
And you
I
can
mean,
see that there's sort of like curly, curly string hair
okay.
and
Okay,
buttons,
so-
and buttons for the eyes.
Okay, so that is going to be for Belmundo. Lem is still outside. What would Lem want? Once again, just another random direction.
All right, d12.
After grabbing the doll, of
All
course.
right, d12.
6.
6. Okay. You go ahead and make your way over, and you can actually see, kind of set atop it, something that does fit with what you guys are doing right now. There is a wooden train set.
Oh.
With wooden rails as well.
She might be interested. I will try to see if there's like maybe a box that maybe has this thing here.
There is a box for it.
Okay, good. And looks like. Did I see like if Squeeps got anything or? Like...
I will say you look over and you can see Squeebs hugging a purple and pink octopus.
Well, shoot. Okay, fine, fair enough. Void might also like another doll. Like, no, maybe yes. No, Void needs to be a creative type. What about here to do with
Investigation.
creation? 10.
10? Okay. I'll say you go ahead and, as you're kind of looking like creative, you will find, if you have ever, I assume everyone here is aware of what a recorder is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You will find
Harmonica? Or you mean a actual
recorder. Like a, that thing they forced you to learn in elementary school.
hot cross buns, baby?
Yeah. You will find a recorder.
Good. Put that into the now awkward pile of things in my arms.
Alrighty. Is that all you're getting, or are you gonna get anything else?
I'm trying to think like very carefully. Like, do I want something for Malik? Do I want something for Badger?
I mean, they're
Is
not
there a
here.
stuffed badger?
Badger's not real.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping here soon. Chris has to go soon too.
Yeah, I'm sorry I held up. Oh fuck, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Um,
This was here for this reason. It was here if you guys wanted it.
Oh no, to be clear, he was responding to a message.
Okay.
Okay, I will. I'll pay for another circle puzzle. For Badger, and as for Malik, what would be good for him? No, I'm also gonna get like another Raggedy Ann doll, and kind of like it.
Alrighty. right.
Except instead of it being the one with the dress, I will get one that is in the overalls.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'll
He's
say
a
for
raggedy ass
yeah,
bitch.
for the train, for the $2, for the 2 puzzles, and then for the recorder, I'd say you're probably gonna run around 9 gold, 2 silver.
Absolutely perfect. I will pass that along. And before I leave with this awkward handful of toys and 10 roses, I'll go. Maybe a box? Maybe I would.
They'll go over, and you'll after about 2 more minutes, they'll come out with a much larger box for you.
Okay, perfect. I will set everything there, and I will attempt to carry it.
Alrighty.
I would like to look for a badger, a stuffed badger.
Make an investigation check, Squeeps.
16?
16? Say you will be able to find a stuffed badger.
I'm gonna get him a stuffed badger.
Okay, for that one, I'd say probably 8 gold. Or 8 gold. 8 silver.
Jesus Christ.
8 silver for that one.
Yeah, you should have just gotten the 10 bears. Fool.
I would like a drake. Although, to be fair, a drake probably would have been like 2 or 3 gold.
Yep. Like I've chosen the path of 10 bears.
And imagine any of us actually getting like a mechanical dragon, and Void's just like, I could have made one myself.
Alright, so, as you guys conclude your shopping, Lem, they will re-meet you outside. Do you give Lem her gift?
I absolutely will.
Oh, I hope you enjoy yourself. Oh boy, that's a lot. Okay.
That's for you. I'm sorry. I didn't really think about it. I just did. Oh yeah. Also, Belmundo, I will hand over the Raggedy Ann doll to you. That was what you wanted. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't get you anything, Squeeps. I saw you with your thing. I didn't want to impose. I'm sorry. As for everyone else, that's back on the train. Okay, good, great. Oh, right. Belmundo, May's also going to give you a white rose. And Squeeps, you will also get a white rose.
Oh, I'm going to give her the pretzel I bought for her.
Very sweet and very kind. I will go ahead and hold the pretzel. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it looks good.
It's a you'll taste it. Yeah.
Yeah, you take a bite, because it's one of those big pretzels. It is very soft and salty.
This is nice.
I love pretzels. I love big pretzels.
Pretzels are so fucking good,
So
dude.
good. So I'll say, as this concludes, unless there's anything anyone else really wants to do, the time will end for your time here. You guys will make your way back to the train with all your new little goodies in tow. Void, is there anything else you wanted to do after playing for them?
Yes, but it involves my party, so I just again silently leave. As I'm come back through the door, I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself so I don't look like me.
Okay.
Just so people don't, or anyone that was waiting for me to come back through.
Alrighty.
Has no idea.
Alright, easy enough. You make your way back into the cabin with your party. So if you kind of sit back down, after a little bit, you'll feel the train lurch again. And you'll begin
Oh, there we go again.
continuing your way towards Velodae. And then do we want to do something really quick before we wrap, Void?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
It probably needed to exist earlier in the session.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now, as is probably the right idea. I'm very discontent with being labeled as the Pythons for forever, and I just wanted to get the ball rolling on maybe a new idea of what we can at least label ourselves for in a different manner.
True. But before we actually do some deep thinking, Void, here you go, and I will hand over the recorder. Because you like your music. At least I think that plays music.
It does.
I probably should have checked. Yeah.
I don't know how to play it. It's not hard to my understanding, but I appreciate the gift.
And of course, I'll pass out Badger and Malik's gifts when they're here.
Yeah.
Also, White Rose as well. Sorry, to Void.
I'm going to take the white rose, stick it in a hole in the recorder, and then tie fabric around it and turn it into like a really weird off necklace.
Oh.
And then I'm going to dangle it from my Gitturn.
Okay, sounds good. And then what did you say, Squeeps?
Convenience.
Inconvenience.
What?
Oh, that was okay, I get it now. That was Squeeps pitching an idea for the party name.
Word inconvenience, got it.
I'll say we could wrap the session here for right now, give everybody a chance to kind of think up some names. For pitching. We'll pick this up next week and continue on toward Velodae.
Yeah.
Right. And until then,
Yay!
everything is downstairs, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, come join us on Discord. If you'd like to just come say hi, see what's going on with us, we can see what's going on with you. You could tell us your deepest, darkest secrets, and we may or may not share it with people.
Yeah. It's a public
Maybe
server.
report it to the police.
Or report it to the police. All right, and until then, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.